Hi, I'm Willie Vega for That Guitar Show. And this lesson is for people with fat heads. People with big ol' fat heads. Big ol' honking fat heads. Why? Because nobody ever does anything for people with fat heads. Big honking fat heads. This lesson is for them. It's a lesson on blues turnarounds. Enjoy, my fat-headed friends. So you know your progressions. You know your little blues 1-4-5 deal. You know that. Then what do? I'm going to show you a turnaround. Turnaround is a little segment in the blues progression, in a 12-bar progression, which brings you back around to the beginning again. And you know what they sound like, you've heard them. See? Takes you right back to the beginning. Right back to the first bar in the 12-bar progression. Okay? I'm here in the key of A. I'm going to do all of them in the key of A. Just so that we have some uniformity to the lesson. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of turnarounds. Here's a real simple one, and we're in position here with key of A, rooted off there in fifth position. Okay, and this kind of, you can see it kind of that pentatonic scale right here, so it gives you an idea of where you're at. It's a very simple turnaround. Put 3 fingers on the B string there, and this finger here. Okay, so you go like this. Alright, so you cover up these 2 strings with your first finger, and then on the second string there on the B, you put these 3 here. And you're just going like this. You're just pretty much going 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? So in the blues progression, let's say that you're going doing a slow blues, you can actually hammer on. So you got options there. Hammer on sounds cool. Then you go to the 5 if it goes to the 5. And then there you have it. Here's another one. Again, the key of A. All right. And this is like from that D7 chord form, which would be down here. You know that D7 form? It's like a little triangle with your fingers. Okay? First finger on the B string, second finger on the G string, third finger on the high E string. So you form this little triangle kind of thing here. And what you do is, it goes like this. If this is in the key of A, it's going to be here. And then you do this little minor, major, third move. And that is, you bar all these 3 strings here, okay, and what you're doing there is you're hammering on the G string and then hitting these strings. And that's a lick that you can do throughout a blues progression, you know. Like, right on. So again, what I'm doing there is I'm just sliding into them to get that cool effect. essentially what I'm doing is I'm hitting this note here from 1/2 step below it and sliding in. And you hear that a lot in country also. So those are sixths. Form that triangle. And again, you're back to the 1. Okay, so there's 2 of them, and you play them in any key, any blues progression. You can; those turnarounds will work. Here's another one. It's a little bit more taxing, a little bit more advanced. Okay, same key of A, same key of A. All right, here it is. Check it out. Doing there is, if you know your major chords, you could, this major chord here, that's an A major chord, and what you're doing is you're barring these strings here. Okay, you're taking these 2 fingers, one goes on the G string, one goes on the B string, and I like to hybrid pick in order to get those fuller kind of piano-esque sound. This finger out of the way, planting that one. Okay, now you take this one out of the way, you plant that one there, and then a long stretch. This finger's not in use. Notice that this finger went like that to get that G string. And now this finger is on the A string on the 7th fret, right? And that's going to the 5. You know, you can go. Slowly. This finger stays here the whole time. And if you feel adventurous, you can go ahead and reverse that, and you can go. So you can also use that for the start of any blues type tune. You can start off like, right? Or swing. You can also use it for the end. There you go. Those are a few blues turnarounds. And if you don't know any turnarounds, you're kind of hurting if you're playing blues. You need to know those turnarounds. Let me show you one more, actually. Here's a famous one. And what you do is, again, in the key of A now, you can go. What you're doing is on the A note. So you're doing. Okay, you can also do it up here. If you got too much going on down here, you got a bass player going, you can always do it here. So you go. And that's pretty much the crux of it right there, is that you're doing this move. But what you're doing is you're sort of pedaling on that A note.